So can you repeat that? Laurie Allen?
Laurie Allen, leading senior constable 25645, officer in charge, Birregurra Police Station.
Okay. How come you failed to identify yourself last time?
Mate, I'm just here now.
So you've breached your own act?
You haven't given me your licence yet.
You breached your own act last time we saw each other, didn't you?
No, mate.
What? Why would you commit a crime under your own acts, mate?
I was here to find out whether someone was stealing your hay last time and you didn't want to speed.
That wasn't what you said.
This time you've been speeding through the 80-kilometre zone and you're now...
So you want to talk about your acts? Let's talk about your acts. How come you... Is it not in your act that if someone asks you to identify yourself, you have to?
Produce your driver's licence.
No.
Why? If you don't produce your driver's licence, how am I going to know who you are?
You don't need to know who I am.
Just give me your name.
No.
Why?
Because it's none of your business.
Is this car registered to you?
None of your business.
Righto, I'll go and look you up and see.
It's actually stolen.
I'll go and see if I can verify who you are, and then I'll write you a penalty notice for speeding.
No, thank you very much. You'll get a refusal.
Just wait there.
No, thank you. No, thank you, buddy.
And also...
No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't consent to any unsolicited commercial charges, mate.
What's your reason for trying to produce driver's license?
Don't legally have... I don't lawfully have to. So be careful with your language, don't you? What law have I broken today?
Road Safety Act.
That's not a law, that's an act. What law have I broken? Excuse me, Laurie. What law have I broken today?
I'm just going to look you up and make sure I can
Excuse
verify
me?
your identity.
Why are you walking around armed? Do you have a lawful reason for that? See you, buddy. Excuse me, Laurie. Are you going to give me that contract offer from last time? Little camera going. Excuse me, Laurie. Well, I'm not going to run away from him. I'll just stay here. Hey, I have some questions. I was just wondering whether the Act has a proclamation date. None of your business. This supposed Act, does it have a proclamation date?
One long breath into there, like
Does it have a proclamation certificate? Does it have a proclamation certificate?
I'll get the copy of the Act and I'll send it to you, mate.
Is it lawful?
Yeah.
I don't believe it is. Does it have a proclamation certificate?
1 second.
See you later, buddy. Have a nice day.
One long blow into there.
No thanks, buddy.
Stop, mate. Are you refusing a preliminary breath test? You realise
I don't consent.
it's 2 years loss of driver's license.
No thank you.
It's just one little breath in there, and then that'll prove whether you've had any alcohol or not. You got to blow in there till it says I tell you to stop.
There you go. I'll put it in a signed affidavit. I haven't had any alcohol today. Would that be okay?
No. You've got to blow in.
So you don't accept a signed affidavit?
No.
Even though it's completely true and correct?
Well, it's not part. I don't know whether you're telling the truth. If you blow in here, then I know you haven't had any alcohol. One long blow.
I don't have to. No, I wasn't. I was travelling.
If you don't drive, if you don't blow in here, I have to give you a summons for refusal breath test.
No, thank you. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Under what law?
The Road Safety Act.
That's an act, not a law. What law? We both know this is a whole joke, don't we?
Like it's legislation.
And legislation? What's fucking legislation?
You drive around on the roads under Victorian laws.
Sometimes I do drive, you're right. But today I'm not, because I'm not. Do you know what the definition of driving is?
Like, the cameras on, shows you speeding through the Cape Otway intersection, me following you here, this camera's on, it shows you pulling up here, refusing to give me your identification, and refusing to do a preliminary breath test, which are all offences. Do you want to blow in here or not?
This is an offence too. Come on, we know this is all a joke.
It isn't, mate, this is just what has to happen.
Seriously.
Okay? You need to give me your driver's licence, you need to blow in there, and I'll leave you alone. It's very simple.
These people are going to love you, you know.
Are you prepared to furnish a sample of your breath for analysis?
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Why did you join the Victoria Police?
Why is that? What's that to do with it?
Just curious. Did you do it to help the public, or
it's got nothing to do with
to help the men and women of the land?
You are required to furnish a breath into here so that I can see whether you've been drinking.
Me as in the corporate entity that Victoria Police made up, or me as in me the man?
Are you refusing to blow in?
Do I have the right of refusal?
No, you don't.
Don't know. Isn't that one of our human rights?
Well, you can refuse, but then what happens is I have to put in a brief to say that you've refused the breath test. Now, why would I have to do that? Why do you want me to do that?
I don't want you to do it. Not that I don't want you. I don't really care whether you do or not. It's none of my business. That's what you do. That's your corporation. Yep. You work for a corporation, don't you?
Victoria Police Force.
And they're a corporation, aren't they?
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well, what gives your corporation any more rights than my corporation?
Everyone on the Victorian roads, if they pulled up, they have to turn a PBT to see whether they've been drinking or not. It's very simple. Otherwise, you're going to lose your licence for 2 years. You don't want to do that.
Don't need a licence to travel, do you?
You need the licence to drive a car.
To drive, yes, I agree. You don't need a licence to travel.
No,
you have the right to travel.
Yeah, but you were driving that car today.
Provide proof of that. You have no proof of that, and I was not.
I followed you here.
I finished work about 3 hours ago.
It's all on film. Like, it's all on
film.
You
can't be on film that someone was driving. It can be that they were travelling. You can't prove. Seriously, this is just stupidity.
It's quite simple, mate. You drove here. I asked you, you sped through the intersection. I asked you for your licence. You wouldn't produce your licence. Now you're refusing a breath test.
Anyway, you got that paperwork, did you?
Sonia, have you got one of the prompt cards in relation to the PBT refusal?
I was just, if he's your senior, can I ask you a quick question, buddy?
Huh.
So is there a proclamation certificate for this act?
I'll look it up for you, mate.
If you can get me a proclamation certificate, I'll happily do that. Like, I'm happy to do a breath test, but I don't do it for free.
Okay.
I charge for my breath.
Well, we'll sort
That would
sort that out.
that'd be $10,000, and it has to be paid in advance.
That's not going to happen.
Well, then you're not going to get a breath test, are you? I'm happy to blow it, but it's a $10,000 fee for blowing it.
You need to furnish a sample of breath. Are you prepared to do that?
Where have I signed that legislation? Where have I consented to that?
When you drove on the Victorian roads. You've got a driver's licence. You know what the laws are.
When I'm driving, yeah. I'm not driving today.
Well, you just drove here. I just followed you here.
No, I didn't. I was travelling.
What's the difference between travelling and driving?
Driving, you have to be paid to drive. A driver has to be paid. Or you could pay yourself, I guess, but that sounds a bit stupid.
Well, you're getting paid because you're coming here to tend your cattle.
I'm not getting paid. They're not even my cattle. I just do it to help my grandmother out for a favour. I get nothing out of it.
Whose car is it, Blake? Registered to you, is that right?
Doesn't matter.
Can you tell me your home address, your name, your date of birth?
I was there when I was born, but I can't remember when it was. And as to a name, I've got no proof of ownership over it. So. Yeah. Can't be claiming that's mine. Don't want to be making a false claim, do you?
Okay. What I'm doing is I'm just going to wait 1 second and I'll just read you your rights in relation to the preliminary breath test, okay?
Are you assuming I've actually signed a licence as well?
What's that got to do with it? You've got a Victorian driver's
Well,
licence,
when I've waived my rights, isn't a signature on you? Sorry, I'm fucking cold. It's a bit cold out here to be doing this, isn't it?
Are you sure you're not nervous?
Nah, I'm not nervous. I'm just fucking freezing.
Right.
I've got wet this morning, so
Yep.
I should have changed clothes. Forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well, you're assuming that all those acts are right only because of the driving.
Because you've signed a driver's license.
Well, isn't that
the
way?
laws apply to you because you're driving on Victorian roads with a Victorian driver's license.
Isn't that when you waive your rights? Well, the licence isn't even in my name, so
Whose name's it in?
some fictional entity
Okay.
that's similar to mine. Looks similar to mine, anyway.
Yep.
Mm.
So you're not the person that you're not Blake Dean.
Well, I believe I'm like Blake Connor, but even that I don't know. How do you know this stuff?
Well, your licence is under Blake Dean.
Wow. That's, I'm Blake Connor of the Dean family. I'm assuming that's,
Yep.
But that sounds a bit different to me, so.
Right. What's it say on your birth certificate?
I haven't actually seen it. Would you believe that?
Yep.
Or not that I can remember, anyway.
Well, what did you tell them at Vic Roads when you went for your driver's licence? You told them Blake Dean?
Well, I can't remember now, though. I'd have to think about that. What did you tell him at Vic Roads when you went to yours? Do you have a driver's licence?
Yeah, I do.
Thought I better check since you're getting paid to drive.
Yeah. So
you didn't give me any contracts last time?
Contracts?
Yeah. You offered me one, but then you drove off.
You weren't doing anything wrong last time. This time you were speeding.
A bit last time you said I was doing something wrong.
Well, I only asked you when you should have been here. I was looking after your property.
No, but you said I needed to have a mask on.
Well, you were outside your property last time. Now you're not.
Oh, but you didn't give me any contract offers last time for that.
What's that? Contract?
Yeah, contract offers,
Contract offers as in booking you.
Well, yeah, that's what you guys want to call it. I might get a jacket quickly. So you still want me to wait here, do you? Just checking, so we got it for the invoice. Because you've obviously read the letter I gave you. Righto. Didn't want to be waiting here charging you without you wanting me to be, so that's alright. I've got all week. Wow, she claims it is. Who would know? It's all hard to prove, isn't it?
Where do you live?
On the land.
This land?
Any land. The land commonly known as Australia. So what was he looking for? Oh, right.
You lost a lot of demerit points on your license. You haven't got many left. Like, is that right?
I used to be stupid, Laurie.
You used to.
Yeah,
So you've changed.
yeah. I've learnt a lot in the last few months.
How's that?
I was using wrong terminology. Words can be confusing.
Yep.
Mm.
How'd you learn those lessons?
Oh, through just lots of attempts and talking to people. And, you know, lovely guy at Fines in Victoria told me one day what the issue was. So,
What's the issue?
oh well, I was put in return and denied, not refused. They clearly couldn't work that out, that I was refusing it. So, but anyway, that's the mistakes you make in life. So now we make sure to put refused. It's pretty. Don't want to accidentally accept any contract offers. This does seem like a mega waste of time, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, all you need to do is show me your driver's license and blow in here, and I would have been out of your hair.
But I don't think I need to.
Why? That's law.
Because I never consented to it.
Well, you have when you
Yeah,
drove
what
on
law?
the Victorian roads.
What law?
Under a Victorian driver's license.
You and I both know it's not a law, it's an act.
It's a very
That's
good
why you wear a costume, isn't it?
It's a law. It's a law because you were breaking the law by speeding, and now
What law says you can't travel at whatever speed you want?
the law that says you can only travel at a certain speed.
And what law is that?
It's the law of the road.
Gotta give you credit for trying, Laurie. Gotta give you credit.
Like you have been required to undergo a preliminary breath test on a prescribed device. You have refused to undergo the test as required. If you refuse to undergo the preliminary breath test, you may be charged with this offence and found guilty. You may be fined or imprisoned for up to 18 months, and you will lose your licence for a minimum of 2 years.
I don't consent to that.
I now require you again to undergo a preliminary breath test. Will you undergo the preliminary?
So yeah, I will do it. But you've heard, and I'll tell him, say it in front of the other. So what's your name? Bill?
You talked to Laurie and...
No, well you're the third witness here, Bill.
Yeah, that's Mr. Boddington. Yeah.
Bill Boddington, righto. Another refusal to identify. I thought that was under your regulations of your corporation, but anyway.
Listen, mate, you've now got an opportunity to blow
So what?
here.
No, well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do so,
Yeah.
but there will be a $10,000 fee for it.
That's not part of the legislation. Right?
No, I'm happy to do so, but there will be a $10,000 fee. It's called conditional acceptance.
You blow in here?
Yeah, there's a $10,000 fee. You happy with that?
What? Yeah, away you go. Now, can you produce your driver's license, please?
I don't have it on me.
What's your full name?
Do we really have to go through all this?
It's just for identity purposes. You're driving the car, you just need to tell me who you are.
So you want me to get my ID and my driver's license, but
Well, if you've got
under
it in
the fictional entity,
if
I
you've
can.
got it there, yeah.
I can get that, but there's a fee for that as well.
Righto, that's what you're saying.
I'm pretty sure it's on that letter. There's a fee for it. If
Yep.
not, it's another $50,000.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So you just want to say it? Yeah. Righto. No, you can say it. No, I don't want you to contaminate it.
Pass it to me.
Well, there's this coronavirus. I don't want you contaminating
yeah,
my
fair
license.
enough. Just hold it down there then, so it can be filmed.
There you go.
So is that your current address?
Yeah, good enough. Whatever.
What's it say on the back? Turn it round. Okay, you'll be receiving a penalty infringement notice.
I've got the right to.
Why is that?
You haven't given me a law that says I'm not allowed to yet, so.
Yeah, I have, under the road safety.
That's an act, not a law.
You've come through the 80 kilometre zone, 90,
So is that all today? You'll just send me out a bloody letter and
yep.
we're all good. Righto.
Okay,
Have a nice day.
you too.
You too, Bill. I hope you don't mind me using your first name. Colossal waste of time. See ya, fellas. Have a nice day.